Some people call them donkeys. Some call them burros. Today, we call them traffic jam.
As our days were getting closer to leaving the Black Hills, we decided to venture out to the Wildlife Loop, which is 18 miles of open grasslands and pine hills, to check out the wildlife that calls it home, then onto the Needles Highway.
There we go.
First wildlife we see are very active mountain goats. There were 3 visible and 3 hiding behind the tree. They weren't even afraid of us. Wow, look at all these prairie dogs. Boy, this is huge, and it was full of cuteness. We also got to see a wild turkey roaming the grasslands. Here's another fun fact. Did you know in the 1930s, the begging burros used to give pack tours to the top of the peak in the park? They were also brought to the area to help build roads and bridges. After construction was finished, the burros were released into the wild. Then it was on to the Bison Center. This is a new addition in the park that has exhibits explaining the nature of buffalo and the annual buffalo roundup. Lots of displays just dressing up this beautiful new center. Every fall, you can come watch the cowboys and cowgirls round up and drive the herd, approximately 1,300 buffaloes. We hear it is a spectacular sight to see. You can also take a buffalo safari tour in a Jeep with a guide. They're available to be booked at the park. After leaving Wildlife Loop, we turned onto Needles Highway, where we came across Mount Coolidge Overlook Road. We decided to ride up.
If there was a way to compare this road to any other road in the United States, we would have to compare it to Colorado's $1 Million Highway, except this was a dirt road. There are no guardrails, there are no lines. And to the right, going up, it's a straight drop down. Needless to say, Seiry was not a happy camper. The road was approximately 1.7 miles to the fire tower. This was one of the last projects completed by the Civilian Conservation Corps in the late 1930s. The tower rests atop at over 6,023 feet at its highest peak. And what a spectacular view. After surviving the trip down from the lookout tower, we were back out on Needles Highway.
Oh, look at this tunnel. Woo! Oh my God! This is very narrow. Ooh. That's very narrow.
Was that awesome?
Oh my God, I've never. Woo!
We saw the Needles Highway as we traveled from our private helicopter tour, so we decided that we had to take the drive to see it up close. Needles Highway is more than 14 miles long. It's a spectacular drive through the pine and spruce forest. We took the drive at a slower pace to enjoy the majestic scenery all the way to the top. We pulled over to park to admire the view, but what we found was a trail that we're so happy that we took because the view at the end of the trail was amazing.
All I can say is it's beautiful when you come here. You must come. I promise you, you'll thank me. Oh, this is pretty cool. You hear that crunch?
That sounds like
No city sidewalks.
Something you eat?
I know. That's you in the morning. Oh, this is pretty. So isn't that the mountain that we saw when we were in the helicopter tour?
Yeah, that was it back there.
Yeah.
That's just.
We'll find the name.
We're gonna find the name of this place here.
Yeah.
But we're in
Norbeck
Wildlife Preserve.
Yeah.
It's right next to the Custer State Park, maybe a part of the Custer State Park.
Yes. But when we were taking the helicopter tour, we saw those up there, and he had explained to us what that was.
Yeah.
So
We have to find out the name of that.
yeah, we'll find out. We'll let you know.
Part of exploring.
But it's beautiful here. It's just breathtaking. I can't even see myself. Can you see me? Yes.
That's it. We found the name of those rocks. And it's called, I actually have to look it up here. Cathedral Spires is what it's called. Cathedral Spires. It's like, it looks like a cathedral. How the spikes come up. If you ever go like to Duke where you have the chapel, and it has that, like, that's what it is, a cathedral.
And I remember him explaining, but I was so emotional when we were doing that helicopter ride.
Well, it's so emotional even just being here too.
But let us show you what we're talking about.
At the top of Needles Highway is the Needle Eye Tunnel. It is literally like threading the eye of a needle driving through it, being only 8 feet wide, one vehicle at a time, and it is absolutely crazy driving through it. The Needles Eye Tunnel is actually named for the natural geological formation which is called the Needle's Eye. Now this spire is actually created through wind, rain that freezes and then thaws, over time giving the shape of an eye of a needle. Now the Needle Eye in South Dakota is one of the most popular sites in South Dakota. It is a must-see.
Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to next week when we visit Cody, Wyoming. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is Seiry.
I'm John.
Our adventures today.